Hello, everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Thursday, June 22nd, 2017. I am Michael Schwam.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Please remember, everybody, we go live on Facebook Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time. That's 7 p.m. on the West Coast and 10 p.m. on the East Coast. And if you would like to help support this show, please go to patreon.com/dailyinternet to help support us financially. Nathan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Today was a really quick, easy day. I appreciated the afternoon because there was like nobody there, and I really got to learn from Patty. Patty's a great teacher.
Good.
I also got to witness one of the grossest things I have ever witnessed on the public transit center, or at the public transit system, rather. It was on a bus.
I'm listening.
There was a bunch of drunk people in the back of the bus. Among them was a 60-year-old woman
Ew,
who was making out with a 15-year-old boy.
Damn.
Yeah. It was one of the grossest things I have ever seen.
Are you sure he was 15?
Yes. No. He could be like 16. He could be 14. He was young looking.
And he was also drunk?
I assume either drunk or just not right in the head.
All right. That's concerning on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, today for me in terms of work was pretty damn boring. Nothing really happened. I moved a couple printers around and yay. Other than that, the legislature passed a budget today, which means that if they sign it and if the Governor Walker signs it, then I don't have to work. Then the government won't shut down next week.
Yeah, no, that's great. Then you still have a job.
Yeah, right? I still have a job. Yeah, I still have a job, which is nice. I like having a job. I like that money stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, money stuff's always good. And I definitely need some of it for this upcoming project. I'm factoring a budget. I need paint. I need cameras, tripods.
You got a nice phone. How many cameras do you need?
1 to 4.
Sounds like you might also need a better computer.
I need lighting. No, actually, I don't think the computer is a problem.
What are you wanting to do?
Just record. I have a capture card, and I have different systems.
Are you intending to capture them all on separate things and then compile them later?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way more work than I'm ever willing to do.
Dude, I right now am willing to pretty much make this like an hour, like 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day job.
That's good because
I'm ready to put the shit into it. I just need people to do it, and I have a couple of people I have in mind. I need to pitch the idea to them.
Cool. Well, I wish you luck, because that's like when I first got into podcasting, it was like, one of the biggest concerns about podcasting is like your audio quality. And one of the things that they really recommended, and then any professional podcaster I've talked to was like, yeah, fuck that, is have everyone record their own audio. You record your mic, I'll record mine, and then you send me your audio and layer it on top of one another so that you get clean home recordings from each person. And I'm like, no, No, that would be.
Not?
That'd be so much work every single time. They're like, it's the best way to get the best audio, and I'm like, who are you? Like, yes, it would be. Like, you would get cleaner audio than you would in any other way, but no.
Yeah, that's some pretty crazy shit.
And any semi to fully professional podcaster I've talked to is like, no, don't. No, you don't have enough time. And that's what it is. It's like if you had infinite amounts of time, sure, but realistically, it's like that takes so much extra time. Post production right now for us is real simple. It takes me about maybe a total of 15 minutes after we finish the show to get the show fully done and posted, where I can walk away and not have to worry about it anymore. But if I have to even fix one thing in post-production, like I actually have to go in and fix something, or like when the video fucks up and I have to put two videos together because the recording got broken, it adds at minimum a half hour to the time. Like,
yikes. Yeah, it does. That does take a while, huh?
Like, editing takes forever. It is.
And if you have a day job, you really need to be on point with your time.
Well, and with us especially. I mean,
Yeah.
we want to do a live show and we want to do a show currently that's 4 days a week, and we'd like to see it grow up to 7 days a week. And it's like, no.
Dude, the show that I'm planning on doing, the one where I'm doing a lot of editing, it's 3 days a week.
You better. I would really recommend starting with 1 day a week and ramping up to 3, because you don't realize how much work it's going to be right out of the gate.
I don't know, man. I've got some plans. I just right now I need an editing software and I need to start practicing with it before I start really doing shit.
We
You
can
know?
we can remedy that.
We'll do that.
Cool, 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 cool. All right. So
'Cause I
anyway,
haven't edited since high school.
yeah, I learned how to do a bunch of editing when I was going to launch my own YouTube channel last year, and it's like it's difficult and time consuming and very non-interesting a lot of the time. Like, doing this part of it, the creation part, is really enjoyable, and like even if you have to do multiple takes of something, very enjoyable. And then when you need to go edit it, you're like, oh god.
You can just grumble, groan.
Yep. The probably one of the worst parts about it though is when you're doing video editing, you're also in a lot of ways doing audio editing, because unless it's a silent video, which it's not, especially if you're putting it on YouTube or something
Dude,
like that.
real talk. I actually thought about making a silent horror film.
That would be awesome. But the thing that I was getting to is that it means that you have to be able to hear what you're watching and editing, which means that you can't realistically listen to music while you're editing.
That's fine. I don't mind.
It bothered me because I was like, oh god, the only thing that I can pay attention to is editing. You literally can't have any other distractions visually or audibly, because you need both of those senses.
It's super simple, all right? What you do is you get enough money to quit your job so you can focus nothing on just everything on editing, right?
No, what you do is you get enough money that you pay someone else to do it.
But I mean, that's like buying a cheat device for your 3DS so that you can cheat Pokemon into your game instead of breeding them.
I don't know. Most of the
Which I did.
most of the big YouTubers all have personal editors, so
Yeah, that is true.
because
I
it is
would.
time consuming and takes a lot of time, and you want someone who's fast and good at it, and that might not be you. I mean, in
No,
your case,
definitely not.
I know that you've done it before, so you might not have as many problems with it, where it was more of a learning experience for me. I actually, when I went to film school, didn't do any editing stuff. It was everything else. Like, you had to sign up specifically for the editing section, and I didn't, and probably should have.
I just have to decide if I want to do a giant chunk instead of jump cuts.
It depends on what you want. Let's get into news. This could be discussed later.
Yeah.
New York governor pardons 9/11 Ground Zero worker facing deportation.
This was submitted by U.S. Manumar 321 to our news.
So, under the current Trump administration, one of the things that they've been really wanting to crack down on is illegal immigrants, regardless of whether they're criminal or not. And it's just, they want to clean it up. If you're not legally here, you should not be here, per the law. So, they're really striking down hard on those events. One of which was a guy that has been here. Josh, why are you calling me now? Why would you do that?
Because he knows we're doing the thing.
He does know we're doing the thing. And if there's a way I could pipe him through my phone into the show, I would totally do that. But there's not an easy way for me to do that. Either way, anywho, deportation. See, distractions are bad. Turning phone over now. With that, though, there was a gentleman that has been here for the last 30 years, and he was arrested for something back in 1990, and then he helped with the events at Ground Zero, and he was arrested in February to be deported because he doesn't have a legal basis to be in the country. And he's been in prison since February while they work on the deportation paperwork, because it's not something of like, hey, get out, goodbye. So in that time, though, the New York governor was able to get to him and pardon him so that he could stay in the country.
That's what's up. No, that's great because this guy helped America.
Yeah,
and he helped Americans in a
lot of ways
crucial and dire moment.
Yeah, in a lot of ways suffered for it. I mean, it is extreme. There's a worryingly high number of cases of depression, anxiety, and PTSD amongst the 9/11 responders, and he exhibits all of them. Like, it was a trying, difficult time for anyone who was there.
For everyone who was there.
because the amount of emotional sorrow that had to weigh that was like tangible in the air was probably unbearable for some people. Because even if you're not a very empathetic person, there is a level of emotional connection from one human to another. And if you were just
Unless
surrounded,
you're a sociopath.
yeah, unless you're just surrounded by, if you are just surrounded by sorrow and despair, that would be so hard, even if you're not one of the people that is sad.
I wonder if people have ever, like, stopped being a sociopath.
Maybe? I mean, probably. I imagine there's at least a couple of cases.
I know it happens in movies,
Yeah.
but
Or they become even bigger sociopaths. Is there a point where you just come full circle? Like you get so crazy that you're not crazy anymore?
I don't think that's how that works.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Maybe?
I I don't know.
Alright.
Is
Well,
that like is that like no, because Tyler Durden's still pretty crazy. The Joker's pretty crazy. Those are like the craziest dudes.
yeah. Who knows? I don't know. Either way. McDonald's hits all-time high as Wall Street cheers replacement of cashiers with kiosks.
This was submitted by Arzu 1982 to our Futurology.
Yep. So, in an estimated 2,500 stores across America, McDonald's has begun replacing the people that take your order with automated mobile kiosks, where you just boop, 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 boop. I will take your order. Thank you. And this has meant that McDonald's is able to save a lot of money. One of the biggest expenses in any business is personnel. And if you're able to cut out personnel by replacing with robots, it means you save a lot of money, which means you make more money, which means your company is worth a lot more. And McDonald's shares have been skyrocketing.
Just because they just net up. They don't have to worry about people getting sick when they're robots.
Well, yeah, it's just pure money. Like
Yeah.
you pay for the robot, and then after that, you don't have to pay for the position, even if it's a cheap position. You will begin to turn over those funds extremely quickly, and then
And as
once,
soon as you build robots who can cook that food too,
well, we already have those. They're just very expensive right now.
right?
I
Make them
mean,
cheap.
because there's the robots you can buy for your kitchen that will cook for you, and even like know what's in your fridge and use what's in your fridge to cook, but they're really expensive.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
You hear that, Zach? You're replaceable.
I want one in my own kitchen.
Yeah, me too.
That would
But
be super cool.
yeah, I'm not that rich though.
What would you like today, Master Wood?
Well, I don't know if it speaks so much as
Eggs Benedict.
you'd say that every time.
Dude, Eggs Benedict is amazing, and hollandaise sauce is fucking incredibly hard to make. And if I could have a robot make me hollandaise sauce perfectly right there, why the fuck would I not?
What even is hollandaise sauce? Like I've seen
It
it, but
is
what is it made out of?
it is made out of egg yolk and oil, and it is super fucking hard to make by hand.
Why?
Because they don't mix, and you have to mix them. So you have to beat the egg whites like crazy and drip oil in one drop at a time as you're beating to hopefully get that oil to mix with the eggs. And you have to do this over and over again for like quite a while. When I made it, I ended up also I turned it into mayonnaise because it's not that far off from making mayonnaise.
Weird. Okay.
And it took me like an hour and a half in cooking class. You had to just keep sitting there beating it constantly.
That sounds awful.
It was great though. My teacher had a great sense of humor. We were sitting there doing it, and he turned on Beat It, and he put that on loop.
The Queen reported to West Yorkshire Police for not wearing a seatbelt.
This was submitted by Gibbous to R Not the Onion. Yeah, but she can't be convicted of anything.
You're right. She can't, which I didn't
Damn
know.
right.
But yeah, so 999, which is the UK's version of 911, was called with someone making a report that the monarch was not wearing a seatbelt in her official vehicle. Now, the thing is that no civil or criminal proceeding can be taken against the Queen in United Kingdom law. Now, in other countries, that might be something different, but seriously, who's going to do that? It's the friggin' Queen. The Yorkshire Police said it wasn't their jurisdiction. In fact, it wasn't anyone's jurisdiction. And also, it's the Queen. She can basically do whatever she wants as long as she's not murdering people.
Yeah, and even then, she could probably get away with some forms of murder.
Probably. which is frightening. But, you know, I really love Queen Elizabeth. She's pretty great, and I wish her another 20 years.
Dude. What was his name? The one she's married to, Prince Harry? No, that's that's the boy. I forget who she's married to. The Duke of something.
Wales?
Yeah, I think it's the Duke of Wales.
I can Google it real quick. Queen Elizabeth.
He's in the hospital right now.
Husband. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's it. He's in the hospital right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he has. He's like 96, and he had problems with an infection. Yeah.
Well,
but that guy is so politically incorrect at just the right moments that like I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just like holy fuck, he just said that.
Said what?
Like just politically incorrect things.
Well, I mean, like he's really old, and I feel
he's
like
96.
There's definitely something about people that are from that time period that just don't care.
If I was 96, I wouldn't give a fuck about what I said anymore.
You don't really give a fuck now.
That's not true. I give like maybe a 1/12 of a fuck.
Sure. Maybe. Sometimes. On a good day. Gingrich just admitted Trump was being dishonest about White House tapes.
This is submitted by Pikachu SquarePants to Our Politics.
Who's surprised? Not me. So Gingrich came out to say that he believed that Trump was, not a professional politician, and that his instinct is to outbluff you. You call people out and try to demoralize them when it comes to professional business. But that doesn't work in politics, because in politics it's an entirely different game. In which earlier today, several hours after Gingrich's interview came out, Trump tweeted that whether there are tapes of recordings or of my conversation with Comey, but I did not make and do not have any such recordings. So he basically said, I don't know if those tapes exist, and if they do, I don't know about them.
He doubled down.
No, he didn't. He did quite the opposite, actually. He said, because originally he threatened Comey with saying, there might be tapes of what we said, and then you'll have to be brought to reason. And then Comey was like, cool, if there are tapes,
so he did the reversal.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And then Trump was like, well, I don't actually know if there are any or not.
Yep, nope. There's no tapes.
There might be, but I feel like Trump would have known about it. But the other thing is at this point, like with the testimony that Comey had, in which he was, brutally honest and came forth with a ton of information, realistically, like, if those tapes did come out at this point, I would have a hard time believing they didn't say anything that Comey said that they would.
Right. No, Comey seemed like he was 100% honest. Which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it was really hard to read him because he had the perfect poker face.
He was the director of the FBI for 11 years.
I would not want to play this man in a game of poker.
You would lose, unless you were just really good at poker. Which, I'm not even certain how important the poker face in poker is, but...
It's pretty important.
Is it? I don't actually know. I've only played poker sitting around drinking with friends, in which you're all just dumb and normally not playing with money anyway.
It's pretty important when you get into the competitive aspect of actual poker.
Except once you get into the competitive aspect, aren't you not playing with your money anymore?
Nope, not usually.
Weird.
Unless you've won enough like Daniel Negreanu.
And then you have enough money that you just play with your own?
Yeah.
If you like to play with it.
You'll sit there and fucking stream it all day.
Alright. White House warns reporters not to report on instructions about not reporting on today's press conference.
Hold on, can you say that again?
Yep, sure can. White House warns reporters not to report on instructions about not reporting on today's press conference.
Okay, this was submitted by Will Davin to Our Politics. What?
So, the White House had a press conference today, right? And in the announcement for the press conference, they said that it was for planning purposes only, and it was not reportable. So, it's not going to be videoed, and you're not supposed to release any reports on it. And then they warned reporters that you're not supposed to report on it. Oh, and by the way, do not tell people that we said to not report on this.
You can't just tell people not to report on something and expect them not to report on it.
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, a press conference from the White House that's not supposed to be reported on, like, it is a press conference. Press as in the press, as in the reporters. Like,
Like
I don't
they're
understand.
there specifically for a reason, that is to report. And you're telling them to come to that area and not do what they're supposed to do?
I guess.
Michael,
Yeah.
don't do the podcast.
Don't. But screw you.
But don't tell people I told you that.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. I don't understand. Even in my logic of it makes sense if you don't think about it. This still doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make sense.
Like,
This is stupid.
I'm like, oh, I'm still confused.
Why? Why
Be-
is why is this not in Not the Onion?
I don't know, cause dumb. Just
That subreddit should be way more popular right now.
yeah, probably. Anywho, Finnish citizens give universal basic income report. Wait, Finnish citizen. Fuck. Clicker, clacker,
Wait.
click, clack, clicker.
It's right here.
It's too far away. Oh no.
I gotta stretch. All right, take two. Action.
Finnish citizens given universal basic income report lower stress levels and greater incentive to work.
This was submitted by Shikana64 to Our World News. It's almost like they could feed themselves.
Yep, and well, the other part of it is that so Finland has been testing out the idea of universal basic income. This is mean that anyone who is eligible for it will receive money simply for existing, and even if you have a job or how good your job is, you will still receive this basic pay. Because
Yeah, dude.
at a certain point, the economy has to be held up with something if everyone's job is replaced by a robot. Well, under this, they took 2,000 citizens randomly chosen and gave them unconditional income for the last 5 months and are going to be doing so for the next 17 months.
Damn.
No. I can do math, right? No, 19 months. It's a 2-year program that they're going to be doing.
So it's
this
24 months overall.
I can do math sometimes, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, so, and in this result, what they have found is they have found that having that universal basic income, this money that you know is coming, reduces stress and anxiety levels in most of the people that are receiving it. And compared to welfare, these people are still willing and are trying to go out and find a job. Because it's not enough money for you to completely support yourself on it alone, but it is extremely helpful. And compared to things like unemployment or welfare payments, which you lose as soon as you get a job, you would still keep this. Because there's a lot of them that were saying, like, there's no reason for me to find a job, because the jobs I can get would give me significantly less money than what welfare gives me.
Right.
And
No.
with this system, they found, like, actually, if this is just extra, I would like a job so I could just have more money, because it's nice to have more.
Right. And I don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah, exactly. You know that you have at least something
You have a
coming.
safety net.
Yep. Now, there is a union in Finland that represents about 1/5 of the entire population that is strongly against universal basic income, saying that it is impossibly expensive and that it would increase the government's deficit by about 5%.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, I mean, this test is going to see if that's going to be true or not, and I'm really excited to see the outcome of this test. I can't wait till it's finished.
God damn it. I knew it was coming too. But, so, it's good to see that somewhere is testing out the idea of universal
You
basic
saw it
income.
coming, Norway.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yeah, you're gonna sweeten the deal.
That was pretty good. I'll give you that one. That was good. I don't believe that you can do another one, though, at least not with Scandinavian countries.
Aren't those like the only three?
Isn't Denmark considered a Scandinavian country?
Okay, so I don't know if it is.
I think so.
If it is, like, all right, so we got to Google it.
God dang it. Why do we have to do this right now? Scandinavian countries. Let's see. Scandinavia.
Because if I can make a pun about this, then then we mark it off of the checklist. Blah, English.
Yes,
It's so hard.
it is Denmark is one of the Scandinavian countries, as is Iceland.
All right, then mark it off the list.
God dang it. And what about Iceland?
Fuck. I don't know. They got some nice land.
That was a stretch. No, I ain't giving you that one.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. Cole King sues HBO over John Oliver's show.
This is submitted by Jeff Joe to our television.
So John Oliver had an episode, his most recent episode of Last Week Tonight, which was aired on June 18th, and it just slammed the coal industry, the whole show, hardcore. Especially most of it was directed at Robert E. Murray, I don't know. Anyway, and his companies about like the business practices that they've done, about the stuff that they accused about the stuff that they had a mine collapse and the reasons why the mine collapsed, saying that they had unauthorized mining uses. The company claimed it was because of an earthquake. 9 people died in that collapse, and they just kept on going. He even called out on the show that he was going to get sued for it, which he did. And right now they are going to be trying to escalate that to federal court, where it'll be undoubtedly thrown out.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting to see, though.
I guess John Oliver don't care.
John Oliver doesn't give a fuck. All right.
He really doesn't.
Once you become once you get to a certain plateau as a comedian, as long as you don't cut the head off the president, you're fucking gold.
I like that reference there.
Also, I feel like Kathy Griffin hadn't reached that plateau as a comedian yet.
She hadn't.
And John Oliver had just barely made it.
Yeah. There's like once you get your
But at the same time, he's still not cutting the head off of the fucking president.
Because he's not stupid. He's also not American, but whatever.
But he would gladly rip into the coal industry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an easy thing to rip into because they're at fault for a ton of stuff.
I'll tell you what, though. I used coal over last weekend.
Did you? Oh, to cook?
Yeah.
I feel like that's significantly different. Doesn't let off nearly as much stuff as like a coal plant.
I'll tell you what it does let off. Tasty mesquite.
I was gonna say smoke to cook your burger.
Yeah, technically. We had it on Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh, no. We had it on a cast iron grill, so it was especially tasty.
It sounds tasty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ron Howard steps in to direct Han Solo movie.
This was submitted by StuFX to our movies.
So this is going this has a lot of people concerned about the Han Solo film, and here's why. They had 2 directors initially, and that was Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They were fired 4.5 months into filming. And filming for this movie is only like 7 months long, with a 5-week long reshoot period, which most like large production films have a small buffer for reshoots in case something didn't work or they need to redo something. But filming is almost done on the Han Solo film, and they just fired the directors. And this is a large concern because a new director normally has a new direction that they want to go with things. And that leads to the concern of, it normally will lead to a poorly done movie because of conflicting directions. Especially when you already...
Because, like, some shots are done in one style and would make good for, maybe a more darker movie, while the next guy who comes in is just like, hey, let's make this a little more happy.
Well, somewhat, yeah. I mean, the reason that they were fired is there's significant creative differences over style and tone. And as Andrew Walter said in the chat room, that they were trying to make it too funny, and they didn't want to take that direction with it, so that's why they were let go, especially because they wouldn't follow the direction of the studio. And that's why Ron Howard is being brought in. Ron Howard, just a couple quick things that he has directed. He directed 1995's Apollo 13. He got an Oscar for 2002's A Beautiful Mind. He also directed things such as he appeared in 1973's American Graffiti. He was the director for a cult classic called Willow. He was also one of the people that were approached to direct one of the Star Wars prequels, The Phantom Menace.
Oh, cool.
Recently, he has produced movies such as Inferno and Heart of the Sea, which I have no idea what those are. But he's going to be the new director for the remainder of the Han Solo film's shoot. What this means in terms of the movie we're going to get, it is very questionable because it could be good, it could be bad.
Makes me wonder when you would put watching the Han Solo film in the timeline of watching the movies.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own order that they like to watch the Star Wars films in, so.
I have my order.
Yeah, what is your order?
It goes, I'm the kind of guy that likes to watch one, but only specifically for the ending.
Sure.
So sometimes I'll just skip to the ending. So technically I go, no. So I'll go Rogue One, 4, 5, go back, watch the ending to 1, 2, 3, then 6, then 7.
Hang on. Because there was an order that was like agreed upon by most of the fan base, but I don't remember what it is. Because it was like 4, 5, 2.
Go back, 2, 3, then 6.
Yeah,
you just skip one altogether.
That sounds about right. 4,
right?
5, 2, 3, 6, 7, etc.
I like watching the ending to 1 because I really like that Darth Maul fight.
Yeah, it is good.
But like it's explained because you would add Rogue One at the very beginning, so it'd go Rogue One leading into the 4th movie, which it does naturally.
Yeah,
and then you would watch the 5th movie because it wasn't very long after, and then between the 5th and 6th movie, there's a gap, so you can throw in 2 and 3, not 1 because 1 was a shithole of a movie, and they mentioned midichlorians and never mention them ever again, so just don't watch it, except for the very end because the very end's super cool.
Yep.
Then you watch 2 and 3 because it gives you exposition on who Lord Vader was and how he came to be, and then you watch 6 to watch his comeuppance, and then 7.
And then 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine the order will be decided after. You will probably put the Han Solo film probably after 5. Somewhere after 5.
You think after 5? I was thinking between 4 and 5 because then you introduce him, then you give some expose into who he is, right? Like maybe even when you introduce him in 4, pause 4, go back, watch Han Solo, come back to 4, right at that moment after he introduces himself, then you continue.
The reason I said that is because it would be like after he gets frozen.
Yeah, no, that would be actually a good spot too.
Which is at the end of 5, so.
Yeah.
So basically, Rogue One, 4, 5, Han Solo 2 and 3, and then 6.
No. Would you go Han Solo 2, 3, or would you go 2, 3 Han Solo?
I would probably. It depends on which character you want to put more emphasis on. Because if you watch Han Solo first, then it's going to put more emphasis on Vader because you'll have seen the movies of him when you go into 6.
Right, or if you put him after, then you put more emphasis on Solo. Okay, so I think you go Solo 2 and 3 so that you have more emphasis on Vader because then it makes his ending. It makes the end to 6 feel a bit better. Yeah, no, that's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that discussed and decided, let's move on.
Where the fuck were we? Oh, we were even on topic for that.
Yeah, we were. Wasn't it great?
Whoa!
Teenage boys wear skirts to school to protest against a no shorts policy.
This was submitted by CB Nomad to our news.
Yep, young boy asked if it's been really hot around the world lately, especially in the UK. They've had record high temperatures compared to what they're used to. Young boy asked, "Hey, it's real hot. Can I come to school in shorts?" The teacher said, "No, it's not permitted per dress code." The kid said, "But the girls get to wear shorts." The teacher's like, "Well, you can wear a skirt if you want to," saying it jokingly. And now more than 30 boys have showed up to school wearing skirts.
That's That's amazing.
Because it's hot.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, it is. It's hot everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's true. And currently, though, the school and the school board have not made any statement regarding the actions, is the best word that I got, about possibly changing the dress code.
Like, they haven't really done much.
They haven't said anything about it. Like, they they, they allowed the boys to come to school wearing skirts. Like, they didn't send them home or anything like that. But they also haven't responded in terms of this protest of the boys wearing skirts.
Let them continue to wear skirts.
Yeah, that way they can hide more knives.
Well, is that is that a Scottish joke?
Yes, it was.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, that's the whole reason kilts were developed, so they could hide more weapons.
They you keep them in your sock. Actually, keep the dirt. It's the Singdub is what it's called.
Sigdub.
SINGH space DUBH.
Okay.
And keep it in your sock.
All right.
Which you wore obnoxiously long socks because fuck it, why not?
Because you're Scottish.
And it's cold.
All the time. Except for right now, apparently, in whichever.
Yeah, except for right now. Don't wear long socks.
A sniper with Canada's elite special forces in Iraq has shattered the world record for the longest confirmed kill shot in military history.
Well, what, a musket?
No.
Canada has an army?
Yeah, they do.
Submitted by Alan416519 to Our World News.
Yeah, you remember us talking about the whole thing of Canada bombing someone? We're like, damn, you know you fucked up if Canada's bombing you.
Right, I didn't think they actually had bombs.
Canada's too sweet. Anyway, this shot was taken apparently in the last month. There's no details specifically on it, just that it was taken against a Daesh soldier that while they were in preparations to do a bombing. And the shot was from 3,540 meters away. For those of us still in the Imperial system, that is 2.2 miles.
Damn. Holy shit. You have to factor in the curvature of the Earth at that point.
Yeah, you do. You also have to, not just the curvature of the Earth, but also the effect gravity will have on the bullet.
That's
plus the curvature of the Earth, plus wind.
I don't understand how a man can do that.
The longest shot before that was made by a British soldier at 2,475 meters, or 1.5 miles. This guy upped it by 3/4 of a mile.
Oh my god. Holy shit, this man is ready.
Yeah, the longest shot, for those of you that are curious, and by the way, of the top 5 longest shots ever made for confirmed kills, 3 of them are Canadian.
What?
Yeah.
They're fucking sharpshooters.
Yeah. It goes Canada, Britain, Canada, America. America's longest shot was at 2,300 meters, or... oh, wait, if I could type. No, oh, God, I'm ruining everything. I can't type. 1.43 miles.
We need to up our fucking numbers, dude.
Or just let Canada do it.
I don't know, man. We can't let Canada... We have to increase military spending specifically to beat Canada in this regard.
Well, who
needs an education when we can teach them how to shoot?
The operator fired with a TAC-50 sniper rifle from an elevated position, and it took right around 10 seconds for the bullet to reach the target.
10 seconds.
You have to rely on this guy not moving for 10 seconds.
Would you still be able to hear that before it shot you, or?
I don't know.
Oh, that's insane.
But
hearing the bullet that killed you is fucking crazy.
But the idea that you're like, okay, I'm gonna take the shot from 2.5 miles away, or whatever the hell it was, and it's going to take right around 8.5 seconds to get there. I have to hope that this guy doesn't decide that he's gonna lean over to take a drink of a cup of water.
The ground has to be so flat for you to be able to see that far, though.
Like,
yes, you have to factor in the curvature of the Earth, but like I'm talking like there is no trees in the way, there is no long grass in the way. Like,
one, he was elevated, so he wasn't down on the ground, so that helps significantly. And two, it's Iraq, it's pretty flat and full of sand.
I mean, there's like mountainous areas.
I'm guessing they weren't in one, or he was on the mountain.
Sure. They were in like a plateau, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? Anyway,
But
hey
holy
Nathan.
shit, Canada.
Nathan, what did you care about in the last 24 hours?
I
You can take
don't.
you can take mine if you want to.
No, that's one that I'm gonna end up talking about anyways. But
Sure.
I'm not taking yours. Uh, um. Damn, I didn't really have anything.
All right. Well, we can just. Well, okay, that happened.
8.
So I got two things. First of which is that I am going on vacation in just over a month. I'm going to be going on vacation to Las Vegas to be a tourist, as well as to go to RollerCon, which is a roller derby convention where I will be spending all of my time either conducting, or I will either be announcing or taking announcing classes. So that's awesome. And I got my pass in the mail. You can barely see it on the table behind me right there. That's that.
Oh shit! I just thought of what I was gonna say for the thing.
Well, we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
The other thing is that today I learned that in season 8, episode 2 of The Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy Turner is on fairy trial for keeping his first ever wish a secret. And it is revealed that the wish was for everyone to stop aging so he could have his fairies forever. And when he was asked how long ago the wish was made, he guessed around 50 years.
So it could be more, it could be less. At that point, it could be 60. He could be senile by now. It could be 100.
This is amazing. I need to go watch this episode now specifically so I can see this.
I really like how they confirm stuff like that in that show, while like you still have people speculating that everyone in Ed, Edd and Eddy's dead and it's purgatory.
Or the whole thing about, Ash being 10.
Right, because he's in a coma.
Yeah.
Or that the Rugrats are all in Angelica's head.
Jeez, that one's harsh too.
Yeah, that one fucking fucks me up, dude.
Yeah, ugh. But yeah, this is just like a real fun little continuity thing.
It's fucking insane, too.
Like,
50 years.
Well, he knew that if he grew up, he'd lose his fairies, so he didn't want that to happen. And so he wished to Cosmo to wish that everyone would stop aging so that he'd never lose his fairies, and then he wished that Cosmo would forget that he granted that wish.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So that there wasn't a trail.
That's pretty smart.
All right.
This dude has given up sex forever for magic. You know?
I mean, the reason that he got caught was because they were celebrating his millionth wish. So, like, I don't know.
I remember that episode. Holy shit.
Nostalgia!
Yeah, it is.
All right, Nathan, what did you care about?
Okay, Sega's giving away free games on phones, so if you want to download, like, the Sonic the Hedgehog game, or...
Did that go live already?
It did today, but there's been a lot of reports that the emulation's really shoddy and it's not actually that great. Any notifications you get will fuck up your game while you're playing it. And the controls are really bad, so I don't know if I recommend it, or if I recommend... I recommend it if you're on iPhone, because there's no better way to do it.
Sure.
But if you're on Android, fuck that thing, and just go and get an emulator, because, like, you'll be able to download the ROM files pretty fucking easily, and it's super simple to play on some of those damn emulators. I can play... I mean, if you can play Final Fantasy 9 and 7 on your phone just normally by purchasing them, then an emulator would be just fine.
Dude, there's a bunch of shit in here. Comic Zone?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be all of their games. This definitely doesn't...
No. They're releasing more as they go along.
Okay, I was like, because there's a lot of games missing here.
Yeah, they don't have all of the games.
That's cool, though.
Mm-hmm. The first couple were, like, really fantastic ones. I forgot what they were. Let me look it up really quick.
There's, like, Crazy Taxi. There's a couple of the Sonic games in here. There is Comic Zone, Phantasy Star 2, Kid Chameleon.
Right, Phantasy Star 2 was the one I was super excited about. The cool thing about this, though, is that they're going to release all of their games, including, like, Dreamcast games and stuff.
Dude, on
So
mobile?
that means theoretically later we can get Sonic Adventure. We get Altered Beast. Altered Beast is fucking sick. Phantasy Star 2 is sick. I haven't played Keep Chameleon. I haven't played Comic Zone. But I have played Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog's fucking super cool.
All right, I'm excited. Even if they don't work really well right now, still awesome. Hey, it's Chris. Thank you for your patron stuff, Chris. Chris,
Man, my thing's not loading.
how do you pronounce your last name? Because we fucked it up so many times. Like, type it in there as best you can to help me understand how you pronounce your last name. Ifil. Shut up, Nathan. Don't act like you know either, because you don't.
You're the worst.
Is it Eiffel? Like the Eiffel Tower? I don't know. It's going to take him a minute for the stream to catch up to where he can actually answer, so, yeah. In that case, though, I guess... Oh, God, I just had, like, horrible, like... Hang on. Eiffel.
Indigestion?
No,
Upset stomach?
It wasn't necessarily...
Diarrhea?
No.
Yay, Pepto-Bismol.
It was like a little bit of acid refluxing back up.
Oh, indigestion. I've had this sucker sitting here for, like, 2 weeks, and I haven't eaten it yet.
Eat it, son.
After the show.
Very well, then. All right.
Segue.
Speaking of after the show, let's go ahead and get out of here, everybody. It is Thursday. That means we will not be back with a show until Monday. Remember that we do go live on Facebook. And I just had another friend of mine just randomly jump into the show right now, right as we're getting ready to leave.
Which one is it?
You probably don't see him because he's not friends on your Facebook. Because if you view the stream as our group, since you have administrative allowances for the group page, you can see everyone that joins, but otherwise you will only see your friends.
I get I got 4 comments.
Oh, weird. Either way,
my thing's been fucking up literally all day.
Oh, well, my friend Matt Luptonmeyer, I worked with him in Oklahoma, just joined into the group. Either way, if we go live on Facebook Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time, that is 7 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, and 10 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. If you live somewhere in between, please do the math. Hopefully you have something to compare it to. Otherwise, if you would like to help support us, the first and biggest thing we ask is you to go to patreon.com/dailyinternet. If you can spare $1 a month or $5 a month or any amount a month, even if it's $2, $3, $3.50, whatever you got, please go to patreon.com/dailyinternet. It's how we fund and support the show. The show is expensive to keep running, and as well as we have bills that need paid, and we would like to upgrade equipment, and that requires money that we don't have. So, patreon.com/dailyinternet. And remember that is only charged once a month. So if you do the math, you get roughly 16 shows per episode. So if you do like $5 divided by 16, that means you are paying us 31 cents an episode. Was this episode worth 31 cents to you? If not, please let me know why. Send us feedback. Let us know why we suck, and we will try to fix it. You can send feedback to our email, which is feedback.ireadit@gmail.com, or call and tell us what is wrong by leaving us a voicemail, 508-738-2278. Otherwise, if you want to catch the show on the go because you can't get to the live feed, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Blueberry, whatever you want, it is most likely on there. If you find them that we're not on, let me know. I will make sure that we get on there. Otherwise, that's it. If you want to keep up with us, I'm Schwan Michael on almost all social media. Nathan's at Bimmenstein on almost all social media. And that's it. That's it. That's all we got, guys. That's it. You guys all get ready to have a good weekend. That is your 310th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
don't get eliminated!
Have a good day, everyone.
Goodbye.